The year is 2026, and China has just taken another bold step in naval and missile modernization. The spotlight now focuses on a weapon very few people outside defense circles talk about, the YJ-100, a long-range, ship, and ground-launched cruise missile designed to dominate both land and sea strike roles. Unlike typical anti-ship missiles, which are limited to maritime targets, the YJ-100 blurs strategic categories. It can be launched from modern Chinese destroyers, frigates, and land-based platforms, giving China an extremely flexible strike option. And that flexibility is exactly what makes this missile dangerous. The YJ-100 is designed for one purpose: deep strike capability. Traditional Chinese anti-ship missiles like the YJ-12 and YJ-18 focus heavily on naval engagements. But the YJ-100 introduces multi-domain flexibility, the ability to hit naval fleets and land targets, including radar sites, command posts, port infrastructure, and even airfields. Reports suggest that the YJ-100's range exceeds 800 to 1,000 kilometers, depending on launch platform and flight profile. That means China can launch an attack well before enemy ships or bases detect anything. To understand how impactful this missile is, imagine a Chinese Type 055 cruiser in the South China Sea. A floating arsenal carrying more than 100 missiles, including YJ-100 cruise missiles in vertical launch systems. With a single command, the ship can strike enemy warships or land bases across a massive radius. No fighter jets, no submarine needed, no risk of pilots or personnel. Just a precision cruise missile flying low and silently toward its target. China previously relied on YJ-62 for long-range land attack and YJ-18 for versatile anti-ship missions. The YJ-100 goes further. Its estimated range doubles or even triples previous Chinese naval missile capability. Some analysts believe YJ-100 could be China's answer to the U.S. Tomahawk cruise missile. But unlike Tomahawk, the YJ-100 is believed to combine stealth shaping, electronic countermeasures, and high-speed terminal maneuvers. The missile can fly extremely low over the sea surface, using terrain-following radar when launched from land. At low altitude, radar detection becomes difficult. The weapon approaches targets like a shadow, blending into radar clutter and environmental noise. And when it reaches strike distance, it performs terminal evasive maneuvers, zigzag flight patterns at high acceleration, making interception harder for enemy air defense systems. In 2026, China upgraded the missile with improved data link technology, enabling mid-course correction through satellite or aircraft relay. That means the missile is not just fire and forget. It can be retasked mid-flight to change target priorities. If a naval ship relocates, the missile adjusts its path. If the enemy deploys decoys, the missile's onboard artificial intelligence analyzes the threat and redirects targeting to the real objective. Unlike ballistic missiles, cruise missiles stay below radar horizon. They remain nearly invisible until the final moments, just seconds before impact. Imagine a weapon flying hundreds of kilometers, low, quiet, precise, and hitting a naval destroyer without the ship even knowing what direction the missile came from. That's what makes YJ-100 strategically unsettling. China's naval strategy is built around a concept known as A2AD, anti-access and area denial. The YJ-100 fits into this strategy perfectly. In a conflict, China doesn't need to send ships across the ocean. It only needs to deny access to others. YJ-100 is a key tool for controlling large maritime regions like the South China Sea, East China Sea, and Western Pacific. The missile is believed to be carried by Type 055 Renhai-class cruisers and certain Type 052 destroyers. There are also indications that land-based YJ-100 batteries may exist in provinces bordering Taiwan and near the South China Sea coastline. By deploying this missile on both naval ships and coastal bases, China creates a layered web of strike capability. Another big upgrade in 2026 is target networking. The missile integrates with drones, maritime patrol aircraft, and satellite surveillance. When a drone locates a target, a warship or radar site, the YJ-100 can be fired immediately from the nearest platform. Even if the launching ship does not detect the target itself, data can be fed from another surveillance element, such as the KJ-500 airborne early warning aircraft or the Tianlian data satellite network. The strike procedure works like this: satellites scan, drones track, destroyers launch. Targets have little time to react. China calls this system kill chain integration. The West calls it a threat. The missile features a high-explosive fragmentation warhead capable of destroying reinforced infrastructure. Against ships, even a single strike can disable propulsion or radar systems. Against land installations, it can obliterate key nodes such as power grids, fuel depots, and runways. The missile's accuracy is believed to be within a few meters of the intended strike point, thanks to advanced terminal guidance. In strategic terms, the missile is a game-changer. With this upgrade, China expands its offensive footprint without expanding its fleet. A Chinese warship launching YJ-100 does not need to move close to contested waters. Instead, it attacks from a safe standoff distance. The international reaction is predictable. Nations in the Western Pacific now face a new problem. Their ports, airfields, and command facilities are within reach of a missile that requires minimal preparation to launch and can redirect mid-flight. This forces rivals to invest more in missile defense, radars, interceptors, and layered systems, increasing defense budgets and sparking new military competition. In summary, the 2026 upgrade of the YJ-100 cruise missile gives China three core advantages: long reach, stealth approach, flexible ship and ground launch capability. This missile doesn't just extend strike range, it extends influence.